Good morning, friends. Well, my presentation is today. I think I'm ready. My group did awesome. I am in a group with 3 other women who are very hardworking, very dedicated, and it's a pleasure to have worked with them. All very kind and caring, supportive ladies. What a gift it has been to work with them. Yeah, I think we've got our shit together. We're pretty prepared. We're one of the first groups, and we wanted to be the first group just to get it over and done with. There's still presentations going on Tuesday and Thursday, but ours will be done by the end of today, so that's pretty exciting. You know, as I sit here and reflect, and I've been doing a lot of reflection, I often am reminded of my past and the prison cell that I created for myself in my mind. Wow, I wasted a lot of time being stuck in a cage that I built all on my own. I got so stuck in blame and being lost in anger and disappointment. And in my mind, I used to go back in time and play different stories of how I would change this or how I would change that. I lost so much time and power being stuck in the past, having absolutely no control over anything that happened because it was already over. I was so busy casting blame and being judgmental of others as if I was somebody perfect. And in all honesty, I had a role to play in every situation that I was angry about. And, every person that I was blaming. I realized that it was all just a reflection of myself. I've lost years to blame and anger and hatred and playing the victim. Oh man, honestly, I needed that kick in the ass to happen. That's the truth. Because that woke me up. Like, that really woke me up. It didn't wake me up to the bullshit of the 3D realm because I was already very awake to it. What it woke me up to is my higher self, my divine self. That part of me that has been kept suppressed through this whole experience in this realm because of fear that others have put on me. And when I sit with my inner child, I understand. Because when I was a little girl, I wasn't made to feel powerful. I was made to feel powerless. And I don't blame my mom, my family for it, because it was part of the culture. It was the European culture. All the aunts sat around the table with their coffees and their cigarettes and their judgments. So and so got so fat. Oh, did you see so and so? Did you see that hairstyle? Did you see that hat she was wearing? Oh, look at her ass. Oh, her stomach hangs over her pants. And that was one thing when they would make comments like this about other adult women. But when they started making comments about me when I was a little girl, a little bit overweight, that started taking my power away. I remember one time I was working on doing the splits, and my mom said, "Oh, don't even worry about that. You'll never be able to do the splits." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And I believed her. I believed her, you know. She told me that I wasn't good enough. So I wasn't good enough, and that's how I lived my life, feeling like I wasn't good enough. How many of you are living your life thinking you're not good enough because your parents told you, or your religion told you, or your government told you? I honestly don't blame my mom. I really, really don't. She did very, very well. She did so much better than her own mom. She transmuted so much of that shit, and I had a really good life. It's just those little things of the 3D realm, right? Like, this is all programming. This is all done subconsciously. They thought it was okay because that's how they existed. They didn't think about the trauma that it was going to cause, right? I ended up becoming bulimic, and it just caused all sorts of shit within inside of me, and it's just not necessary to disempower our kids. And I had one moment where I did the same thing to my kid. I did. And when I reflect on that moment, it was because of the fear. It was the fear of loss. It was trying hard to hold on to something. And it was so devastating to hold on to something that wasn't mine. And so what I needed to learn was to let go. Just to release it. And just to allow it to flow. And just to be okay with the outcome, whatever it was. That's a hard thing to do. To just let all the pain go and to trust that everything is going to be okay. Especially when all your life you've been told that you're powerless. How many of you can relate? How many of you have stepped into your power since then? Maybe even just think about it. Maybe even just contemplate it, because the things you were told as a kid or even as an adult aren't true unless you make them true. Maybe it's true at this age I can't do the splits, but I can do so much more. I can focus on so much more. It's not about what anybody tells me. It's about what I tell me. It's about what I believe. You know, I was telling my mom about the lifestyle that I want, the mobile lifestyle that I want. And she started coming up with all of these reasons, all of these scary things that can happen. And I said to her, why should I not have the experiences that I want because you're scared? Because you're scared. This fear doesn't belong to me, it belongs to you. She really thought about it. She really thought about it. I have so much respect for my mom because I know she's also transmuting so much programming right now. And my mom's always been very set in her ways, but she's really evolving, and I'm so proud of her. We came here to be human, but at some point it's time to step up and start thinking about things differently and start evolving. Because nothing that we've been told is as it is unless we believe it. Have a beautiful day, everyone. Stay empowered.